Hello, all. I figured I'd just do another little off the cuff overlay to me drawing Okaroon. For those who know, they know. But yeah, one of the main topics I wanted to discuss today was just the importance of being our own resource. That is to say, to take on, to accept that we are capable of ensuring our own freedom. Before we used to have so many people to look up to, like celebrity culture was at an all-time high. People inspired, people like Michael, people like Prince, people like Whitney, people like, the list goes on and on. And as those people, as that era has come to an end, a lot of people are kind of misguided or without guidance, or they feel like they're without guidance because it almost feels like some of that magic has left the world. But I think that this is the way it's meant to be. The idol worship and looking to one person for the answers or to change the world single-handedly is no longer the mode. And we have to all come into our own individual power now, because as we can see, like, the climate has definitely changed. Like, yeah, there's influencer culture and all that, but I know that there's a higher way of using that, where everyone can have their own platform, everyone can speak out, everyone can advocate and spread awareness about certain things, or even just to inspire other people. Now we don't have to look to the movie star, the world-renowned musician, the artist for leadership, because we can all be our own individual leaders. And even though our voices individually appear smaller, the more and more people that do this, I think the more and more whatever, like, that message reaches, whatever that message may be. It definitely does sting when you don't have a physical face or a physical, like, put a face to the name of change. We always would put that faith in a figure, in a person, in an individual person who seemed like they had all the answers, and if they didn't, who seemed like, they could lead us to those answers. They could inspire, whether through their music, through their art, or whatever other medium. But now I feel like that power has been placed in our hands. It's our responsibility to change the world, to fix the things that are broken, and to rebuild something, to rebuild it anew, to build something better. And that's where I'm kind of taking it on my path, is just letting whatever comes to me, come to me, and just putting it out there. Because everybody has an opportunity to have a platform. Everybody has an opportunity to ignite a spark in somebody else. And I think that's our purpose. We're not meant to go through this thing alone, silent, suppressed, and just bottling up everything, that any insight that we have that we could share, because it could help someone. And if we put it out there, we can really analyze it. And if we analyze it, then we can really come toward solutions. And if we come to those solutions, then, the powers that be, the current paradigm is rendered obsolete, because, we've taken that, naturally that power has been taken away from them, because we're not looking to a single figure for our liberation. We're not looking to one person to fix a country, to fix a society, because the society is made up of a vast number of individuals. The individual makes the individual, together create the whole. So, that's really where I'm at. That's the space that I'm at. And I just wanted to pass that along to anyone who happens upon the video, like, to encourage you to share whatever you need to share. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be You know, it doesn't have to, you don't have to Googlify it. Just be you, just be where you're at, and share what you're meant to share, because it's meant to come out. If it's pulling on you, if it's asking to be shared, if it's just bubbling under the surface, now's a time as good as any to just let it out, to be that open door for whatever is wanting to come out. In any aspect of life, if there's something you're passionate about, if there's something you just like to share, know that it will mean something to someone out there, just as much as it means something to yourself. There's a reason you're here. There's a reason you want to share it. There's a reason you're interested in the things you're interested in. You have passions about the things you have passions about. And it's not just to be silent. I know we're not meant to live in a world where, millions or billions of people, all turn to a small handful of figures to, plot the course of their own lives. We have to do that. We have to be our own captains, the captains of our own individual ships. But that doesn't mean everybody is an island. That doesn't mean that at all. I think that really means that it's all the more reason to come together to create a sense of community, and to know that, just because there might have been someone immensely talented, immensely inspirational, doesn't mean we don't have our parts to play. Everybody has their strengths, everybody has their merits. But if we don't start from where we are, from our current vantage point, then it could never be more than what it is. We can never fulfill our fullest potential if we just sit on our talents, if we sit on our words, our thoughts, our emotions, if we don't speak out, if we don't speak up, if we're not authentic in some capacity in our lives, which is scary. It can be scary. That first step, I still get the jitters when I record. I still get the jitters when I post anything online or when I share any bit of myself, but it's okay. It's not about not being afraid. Sometimes it's not about not having those jitters or not, questioning or doubting. It's about pushing past that and just trusting that what will be received will be received. It's meant to be. And I think this world needs a whole lot more authenticity, because it's at this moment quite flooded with the opposite. There's so many huge public figures in the world, the ones, I don't even need to name names, but there are individuals out there who sow the seeds of chaos, who lend to this rise in pessimism and nihilism that people are conceding to almost, and just spreading, the optimism. It's almost like naive to be optimistic. It's almost seen as childish to even hold a picture of a brighter day ahead, and I think we need a bit more of that light in the world. I think we need way more of that optimism that has been so carelessly discarded and seen and undermined as something only a child can have. Going and navigating through the world shouldn't mean you shedding yourself, your authentic self. And I think we live in a world now where this is the best possible opportunity to share yourself and not to have to worry about being silenced or being bulldozed by whatever trends there are, or whatever the collective beliefs are. You have the ability to make your voice known in any capacity that you see fit. And that's all I wanted to say. Whoever this reaches, I know it's meant to be. And if you have anything to add in the comments, I encourage you fully. If you like this, please like this. If you don't, it's okay, you can move on. But that's just my 2 cents that I wanted to share for today. Hopefully it wasn't too meandering and roundabout, but all that to say, just share it. Just put it out there. Whatever it is, doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be an expert, but you do have to be you. It's what you came here to be. Until next time.